And this young man right here, when we talk about the West Coast, his name has become synonymous with it. I said to him, you the voice of L.A. You the new. How long ago I said that? Maybe over a year, 2 years ago, I said you the voice of L.A. And at that time, he didn't believe he was. But I already saw it. It was already in the future. I could see. I got foresight. I could foreshadow. That's what that vision is all about. And you fast forward a year, 2 years later, and now he's officially the voice of L.A., the founder of Effective Immediately, one of our own co-workers here at Sirius XM. Give it up for the one and only West Coast DJ Hed.
Hey! Hey, what's poppin'?
Citizens.
Good guy right there.
DJ Hed.
Citizens.
Yeah, man.
I have made my return to Shade 45, Sway in the morning, Tracy G, Heather B.
What up, family?
Sway, man,
Yo.
Torch. Shout out to the whole fam, man. Thank y'all, bro.
Man.
Thank you, Sway.
Always.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I want to say this, too. You know, this is actually my very first time. Like, we've been rocking a decade plus, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I always come up on here on your show, and I say I appreciate you. But, like we just heard from the citizens, like, you call Sway in a store. Like, Sway is Sway. You know what I'm saying? You catch him in the subway. You catch him in the grocery store. You catch him, you know, you sharing an Uber. You might fuck around and see Sway in an Uber pool.
That's true, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That might be a stretch, but that's
You know?
true.
If it is, it's a social experiment.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, you always lent your platform.
Yeah.
You know, the whole time, and every time you do, it's a big deal, and it never
Yeah.
goes unnoticed. No matter if I got a show up here or not, like, it's always appreciated.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
And you know, this is my first time ever being on your show in the last decade, and I got my own badge, my own key card.
You got your own
Let's
key.
go.
Yeah, so
That's
Come
big.
on,
Wow.
Congratulations.
Come on,
That's
man.
a feeling
I
right
didn't
there.
need I didn't need nobody to buzz me in.
Come on, man.
I
That's
didn't
a
need
feeling.
nobody to let me up in the elevator.
That's a feeling.
You know what I'm
on,
saying?
you
I just let myself in and came on up in here, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Belong,
okay,
bro.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be here.
The security didn't look annoyed at you.
Nah,
You know.
yeah, it wasn't the whole process, but nah, and then we, you know, I'm here, you know, myself, Gina Views, like, I'm here because Sway was like, come on home, Head. It's time. I'm just like, all right, let's figure it out.
Yeah, we figured it out, and we worked the higher ups, walked
Got
them
to.
in. And
Sway really went to bat for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it came to, you know, talking to various people and getting the Caucasians on the phone and
Get Caucasian on the phone.
I'm just,
Oh, keep it a Billy.
I'm just-
Keep it a Billy, yo.
I'm just saying, like, you know, he did that, and you know, I called him. I'm gonna be transparent. When I left my other situation, I called him and I was like, Sway, I don't really know, you know, where I'm gonna land. Like, I don't really know. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I know how I'm supposed to be doing it. I just don't know where I'm supposed to be doing it.
Right.
And he was like, I know where you're supposed to be doing it. And I was like, where? He was like, I'm gonna call you back.
yeah.
And we here.
And we here.
You
And
know what I'm
I
saying?
told those Caucasians, say, listen, I'm not telling you what you need to do. I'm telling you what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen, you know. But, you know, salute to the people
Yes.
who
The people. Shout out to the people.
yeah.
Shout
But
out
I-
to J1 and Ron
Yeah.
too.
But
Yeah.
I know what Hed's saying because a
Yeah.
lot of times people say a lot and they wouldn't have made the call.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
talk a lot, but then you got to make the call.
Yeah.
And they
Well-
don't do that.
Well, any platform that is wise enough to partner up with DJ Hed, and I don't say employ no more. These are partnerships.
Right.
Is making a great business decision as well, but not just in a bottom line way, but for the culture and the community. And as we've seen, you know, one thing I appreciate about Hed, you can lead a person to water, but you can't make them drink it. You know, and you could give them the blueprint, but you can't make them execute it. And Hed watched all of us, you know, saw the blueprint, got to the water, and he started hogging the estuary. Like, there's no more water in the dam no more, you know. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
Because, you know, I watch every day. You know, I see what you and the amazing Gina Views are doing every single day.
Yeah.
And it's more than what I even expected. So this company is fortunate to have y'all as a part of it, brother.
Thank
Come
you.
on. And speaking of which, man,
I appreciate that.
this superstar right here, man, this is a wildflower right here, man. Sometimes we can't even look at each other because of some of the things she posts. and she know I see it all. Sometimes I don't like something, so she know I'm watching.
Yeah.
I be wanting to block you.
She like, Sway gonna see this?
I always feel like I'm in trouble.
No, well, you ain't in trouble. You know, you doing ladies and gentlemen, Gina Views is up in this thing.
Y'all got me up with the people with real jobs.
Yeah, man, that's what it is, yo. You know,
Hey, the citizens got jobs.
they got
Real
jobs,
jobs out
man.
here.
Yeah, Gina Views, man. Tell them where you from.
You know, I'm from LA, South Central to be exact.
South Central, and Gina is very outspoken, you know, and has something to say, and you bring out some great responses and information out of your guests.
Thank you.
You know, you don't change yourself. You don't change anything. We was all hanging out with Snoop, and you was just cracking jokes. Like, yo, Gina, Snoop, yo.
Yeah.
Gina
Yeah.
didn't give a damn. You
No,
know?
it's no chill.
What was that like for you, just being in that room with Snoop?
What's crazy is as I was sitting there, I had to kind of like have a I like reality check to myself
Mm-hmm.
because I was like in my head I'm like, damn, I'm in here with Snoop Dogg, Sway, Hed, Elliott Wilson. And these are like rooms that I like dreamed of being in as a kid. I've been looking up to y'all for a long time. I've been listening to Snoop Dogg since I was a kid because that's all, you know, West Coast music was all that was played in my household. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, damn, I'm in this room. This not a dream.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually here. And I was literally telling Hed yesterday, I watched an interview where he was like kind of telling his story. And I was just thinking, like, before me and Hed even knew each other, we're 10 years apart in age. Before we even knew each other, the work that he was putting in, it was to pave the way for me.
Yeah.
I'm in these rooms because of DJ Hed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just sitting there and I'm like, dang, this shit is just like, it's crazy. It's just, it's crazy.
I never seen you so quiet. I was watching.
Gina was smiling.
The whole time.
Every time I glanced at Gina, she had all of her teeth showing and shining.
Yeah. All the 32.
I'm a real fan. Like, I'm not scared to be a fan. Like, I'm sitting there like, shit, this motherfucking Snoop. It's Sway. It's like, it's crazy.
But we at Snoop's house, at his spot though.
Yeah.
Like we at the compound. Like, and I had a moment too. I ain't above it. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening. I'm looking around like, damn.
Yeah.
That's what I was just telling you. Like, bro, you sitting there. I don't know. I think she posted it, but it was my thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm sitting there listening to an unreleased Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg album with you. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it was one of those things where you don't necessarily have the verbiage for it,
Yeah.
but you had to pontificate it in your brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to-
Pontificate.
That's a good word.
I like that word.
Yeah.
You don't like that record?
I don't like that record.
Why not?
Because he always just be making up shit to say.
That's not a made up
It's
word.
a real word.
What it mean?
To wait, hold on. Kalani's in New York. Kalani, you used the
Yo.
word earlier. What does the pontificate mean?
To expound upon.
There it is. You gotta define a fancy word with a fancy word. I like your style, Freedom. He in New York.
In New York.
You so smart.
I love it. You know, you guys you've been having an amazing year in journalism and in the culture.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not just because of the battle between Drake and Kendrick, but you did take a powerful stance that got you a lot of new fans, and maybe you lost a lot of fans,
Not
right?
that- I didn't lose that many.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
why were you so adamant?
because the thing is, and you know, I know it's in the morning. I know I can say what I want to, citizens, but they got us fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, not anyone specifically, but I personally have a chip on my shoulder when it comes to hip hop culture because they take us lightly because we got palm trees and we got women and we got, you know, the ganja and, you know, different things like that. But it's like, no, it's for real though. We can rap too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get it twisted. We can rap, and we have cerebral assassins out here who will outmaneuver and out-strategize you as well.
Yeah.
And so my thing is like, when that was all going down, when I first stepped out there and got in the street, it wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we was technically down, and like the boy was really getting crazy out here. I just didn't like I don't like bullies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Who did you think was the bully?
He was bullying Dot no, he wasn't bullying Dot. He was bullying the people around Dot. Like, I didn't like him posting. He posted the homie Ant. Like, Ant is Dot's manager, right? Ant don't hurt nobody. Ant don't even get involved. Ant roots for the Lakers and stay out the way.
Real simple.
No, I'm not even like, this not even hyperbole. Like, Ant is one of them people where he smiles, he take pictures, like, he's a good guy. And I don't like people like that. I came up around a lot of street dudes. This was we were talking about in the studio with Snoop.
Yeah.
I came around with Glasses and like Pool and like all these street dudes. And one thing I learned about street, like the streets get a negative rap, but one thing I learned is code. And street dudes don't pick on squares. Real street dudes.
Yeah.
And not only that, I'm a square, but I also come from in school being bullied. So I just don't like bullying in general, right? And so when I start to peep, like it started to be that way, that's when I'm like, bro, like you not really that dude like that anyway. Like, why are you doing that type shit? Like, you not like that. So then that's when I got vocal, and then he responded to me, and then I just didn't like, he was like, why is Academics the only person in the world with the record? When he first dropped the Push-Ups record, right? Why is Act the only person in the world with the record? If that's your record, stand on your record. Where we come from, me and Gina both from LA, you can't false flag. You can't claim to be something you not that. So why are you not claiming your record? Just like I don't respect men who don't claim their children.
Oh shit! You took him out. That's the correlation.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
no. I'm not even talking about him. I'm not talking about his kid.
In general.
In general, like
Okay.
I'm not that. That was just that wasn't even a bar.
Oh, okay.
Don't hype it.
Look at Gina,
he's
stop.
still
Okay.
going.
That was no. That wasn't even a bar.
No, okay.
But I'm just saying, that's where I was coming from. And
Okay.
so when I got involved, Dot was down because he hadn't said anything. And so I'm like, well, that's the homie. And that's the other thing, like, people was like, where did DJ Hed come from? He's a new nigga. Like, bro, these is the homies. You know this because you've been around this forever. But like, these ain't industry friends. Like, I
These
know
are real friends. To
yeah,
you.
like Top and Dot, I know they families and they kids, and like we really homies for real. So like it's the same thing. Gina is family. Like we don't get down like that out here.
Okay. So, but now the battle's done.
Yes.
So where do we go from here?
Man, effective immediately every Sunday.
Okay, I
Hip
like
Hop
that.
Nation.
That's a good promotion
You know
right
what I'm
there, man. Look at that boy go, man.
yeah.
That's the boy been rolling. but you know, one of the things that's come out of it, we've seen a lot of folks, artists on the West Coast that are just reinvigorated, and I think this had a lot to do. This was at the catalyst of it.
I agree.
But to me, a battle is a battle, and then a battle is done. You know, and then we got to move forward. Now, moving forward, does this continue for you or
Nah,
Okay.
I'm not. That's the other thing too. Like I don't have a problem. I only have very unique issues specific to two individuals when it came to this thing.
Okay,
right.
all right.
I don't have a problem. Like if I see him, people are like, you gonna this on? No, it ain't on. I don't wish this man malicious intent.
Not at all.
It's just you lost a fade to the homie.
Yeah, a rap fade.
Here,
right?
hold this.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
it's,
it?
It's cool. Like I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Tyson lost to Jake Paul. Okay, cool. Whatever.
Whoa.
Like everybody go home. Nobody lost their life. Everything is cool. Like, you know, take your kids to school in the morning.
How big of a stain is this on his legacy, though?
For Drake?
Aubrey Graham, yeah.
I think it's a stain for hip hop purists. I think fans don't care. That's the other thing too. We are entrenched in this. Like we wear the jackets. We are fully immersed into this. Average person who just love his music, they don't care about. They don't even know what's going on. They're like, is he?
I mean, for real, yo.
No, in real life.
Like real life. Like the life outside of rap, you know, when people ask me about it, they have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
And that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like if you know, you know. And that's cool too. But I don't think it's a stain on his legacy. I think I actually, and I said this before, but I actually think that it helped him.
Talk about that.
The two battles that he lost, or not lost, but supposedly like the Pusha T thing helped him because it humanized him in a way that it's like he's not perfect. He's not just a hit generating machine. He has chinks in his armor. He's like me. He's relatable. And then the second part to this is, I don't think it's a stain on him. I think it just exposed him like, oh, he's not really your culture, but you're not this. It's like you could be, you know, grape drink, but you're not grape soda. Like you're grape drink, and that's cool too. Like we enjoy that. It's sugar, but you're not grape soda. You
I
don't
ain't
have.
drinking no grape juice.
I'm just saying. It was an example.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, but you got purple on. I thought
Right.
you look grape.
It is given now. Huh?
Man, her name is Gina Views.
Gina Views.
Ask her where the views came from.
His last name Drake though.
Your
It
last
is.
name Drake?
My government last name is Drake.
Yo,
Yo, you tripping,
God
man.
the comedian.
Hey, you see how this goes? It's just like, that was quick too.
You're right.
That was quick.
I can change my name. That shit on your birth certificate.
Yeah, I
Damn.
can change that too.
Why not? Nah, don't change it, man. Y'all pick those names for a reason. Look, we got them effective immediately. Are in the building. Gina Views and DJ Hed. Tracy
Yes.
G. Since we got them, we
Right.
ain't got to work. We got Celebrity Wire coming up. We could bring them in on it.
Yeah, let's absolutely do that. Hey, Gina, we got some lawsuits, some overturning. We got to talk about some convictions that got reversed. So let's jump into it.
That's coming up next. Celebrity Wire with DJ Hed and Gina Views. Shade 4-5. And we got special guests on Sundays from 5 to 8 p.m. on Hip Hop Nation, Sirius XM Channel 44. We got the host of Effective Immediately, DJ Hed
West Coast.
and Gina Views. Tracy G.
Yo.
What you got for us?
You know what I'm realizing? That Jussie Smollett and Jonathan Majors, they have a lot in common.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you might have to sugarcoat here. I don't know where you're going to go, but
Okay.
all right.
No,
That's
he doesn't.
Yeah, I
Half
was
a cup of
expecting that.
sugar. Half a cup of sugar.
Justice my guy before let me say that.
Okay.
All right, go
He
ahead.
is definitely fan of the show. Long time, been that way. We've stood on business with that.
Jonathan too, but go.
Yes. Well, yes. Okay. So we know they're both actors. Yeah. Okay. So where they intersect outside of being black men, outside of being thespians, they both have had their legal battles take unexpected turns.
Yeah.
So Jussie, his conviction has been overturned, and then Jonathan's ex, the lawsuit has been dropped. So there's going to be a lot of rewriting of headlines now. So to give you a little bit more context to pad these stories with, the Illinois Supreme Court, they overturned Jussie Smollett's conviction, ruling that his second prosecution for filing a false police report violated his constitutional rights. And I feel like all of the world knew what happened back in 2019. And Jussie, who's best known for his role on Lee Daniels' Empire, he reported being a victim of racist and homophobic attack in downtown Chicago. He claimed that two men had assaulted him. They were shouting slurs. They were yelling, "This is a MAGA country." And it sparked national outrage. And there was a lot of conversations about this. And authorities then said that Jussie had staged the entire thing. Jussie, he stood by his original story the entire time. He made sure to, wear this stamp of innocence, no matter who was on, had a different sentiment. And now we're seeing things take a different turn. And so his attorney said that this ruling is, quote, a victory for justice and due process. And he also added that his client is, quote, very pleasantly surprised and ecstatic.
Yeah, he was steadfast. He never wavered.
Did not bend, did not sway.
Tracy, thank you for that Celebrity Wire. But before we go, we got our resident attorney, Rich, want to chime in.
Oh,
And
good.
Rich, welcome back to the show. Rich.
Rich, love hearing from you.
What's up, family?
What's up, man? 2 comments, right? Go ahead, Heather.
Wait, congratulations, Rich. I saw you last night on Trivial Pursuit.
Word?
Oh, yeah. You saw. I was looking good up there. I ain't win it, but I look good.
All right, long as you love yourself. So let's start with Jonathan Majors.
Mm-hmm.
What-
The
what-
lawsuit being dropped.
The lawsuit is now being dropped, and what is it called? Under prejudice, or what does that mean? Where they can't be retried.
So, it's the civil lawsuit. So the civil lawsuit was dismissed with prejudice.
Okay.
So there's little context here, too. You got to remember, too, Jonathan Majors was still convicted in criminal court. This is a civil suit that was brought afterwards because he was denying that he actually had done it. Now, it being dropped could be that the complainant came to her senses and said, I don't want to do this anymore. Or it actually could be part of a sealed deal that they made behind the scenes for it to be dropped. But this is also the civil matter. So he's still convicted technically, which is why he had to do those classes. He will always have those criminal convictions, unfortunately. But as far as the civil suit goes, this was dropped with prejudice, meaning they cannot sue again for the same thing.
What can you tell us about Jussie Smollett? Is he out of is he free?
He is free. And the thing with Jesse is, it wasn't that he wasn't convicted properly. It was that he never should have been taken to trial to begin with.
Right.
And so he is innocent because he's always is innocent until proven guilty, and he has not been proven guilty because the conviction has been overturned.
Right.
What the Supreme Court said in that case is that once you make a deal with the prosecutor in order to do something, in his case, do community service and pay a certain fine by giving over his bail, the case should have been over with. Once another prosecutor steps in to charge you again for the same exact thing, and they get a conviction based off of that, it basically violates double jeopardy, meaning you shouldn't be facing charges for the same thing when you already resolved it in another way. So that's what the Supreme Court said, is that he never should bring out the trial. It's almost similar to, and it's going to be a rough comparison, but what happened with Bill Cosby, which is that they never should have brought Bill Cosby to trial, which is why his conviction in Pennsylvania here was overturned, not because the trial itself was wrong, but because it never should have even occurred based on deals that were made prior to the trial happening. So Jesse is innocent because he never had a conviction since it was overturned, and he's a free man.
Well, since we got you giving us free legal,
Right.
P. Diddy is recently in the news as well.
Yeah, real quick, Rich, we got to take advantage of your valuable presence. Diddy is going to be in court today if he's not already in there as I speak, and he's renewing his push. I mean, his legal team are renewing that push for him to be released on a $50 million bond. This will be their third attempt, and we also know what's in the mix now is that the judge ordered the federal prosecutors who had his jail cell raided, and they got handwritten notes that he was writing his legal team, that those not be involved now. What do you think about all of this? Do you feel like maybe this time around, because we have this new information about these notes and the protection of attorney-client privilege, can 3 be a charm? Is it possible that he could get out?
You could always try, and it never hurts to try, because the worst they can say is no, and you're back in the same position you were in. The issue is, as I told you before when you went back, that you still need a change of circumstance that will allow a judge to make a different decision what they originally made. Here, I don't know what the raid was for of the jail cell, but obviously if there's an issue with confidentiality between his lawyers and himself where he cannot get a fair trial because he can't communicate privately with his lawyers, that may be considered a change of circumstance. However, there are other mechanisms lesser than just releasing him from jail that could protect those interests. And if the judge believes that there's another way to secure those interests without releasing him, or if he still has concerns about the possibility of Diddy interfering with the case on the outside, then he will still determine that he needs to be in jail. So it can't hurt to ask. Hopefully, he can get out. But again, if it's not a big enough change, then there's not going to be a change in the determination of his bail.
Give it up for our resident attorney,
Wow.
Rich the Attorney.
Thanks for the clarity.
Yeah.
And every now and then, call in to Gina Views and DJ Hed, because the shit they be saying it could be libel sometimes. I want you to protect them, okay?
Appreciate that.
All right.
I need
All you
him to
got to do
call
is
him
say
her
allegedly.
Bill Sway for the hours.
Yeah,
too.
please do. Yeah, right. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hey, Rich, love you, brother. You're a citizen, as you know.
A sway in the morning.
Tracy G, thank you for that celebrity wire.
No doubt. Yeah, citizens, hit me up at It's Tracy G, ITS TRACYG.